Yeah, we switched over.
There it is. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Camcast.
Holy shit.
Here we are.
Here we are. Whoops. Excuse me.
It's all right as we all open
our own stream.
We all open the stream on our phones.
God, that's a circle jerk and a half, isn't it?
I mean,
I'll
it's kind of
circle
what we
jerk
do.
you in a half.
Wow.
Whoa.
That was not.
Zach, save that energy for Wednesday, bud.
God damn.
Out of all the girls that have been over here, this will be the one of the first ones that hasn't watched the Camcast before coming over.
That might be the ticket.
It might
That really
be the
might
ticket.
be. Oh,
Can we just say that might be the ticket?
okay. I just want to make sure that the webcam isn't picking up any audio. It looks like it isn't.
Okay.
That's good. That's
Fantastic.
key.
We can also just do this.
Yeah. Doesn't look like it is, or you could just hit the the speaker thingy
I
and mute it.
wanted to verify.
Okay. Okay.
God, look how ugly we are. This is amazing.
Dude, I'm fucking sexy, dude. You see me now? Oh, yeah.
Dude, I'm gorgeous like a horse is. Yeah.
Well, I also have I totally have the beer belly going on right now.
The man tits.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Is it a problem that... No, I'm not going to go there
No,
right
it
now.
isn't. Anyway. Thank you. Oh, we also don't know how many people are watching right now.
That'd be a good thing, honestly.
Yeah, listen, that's we might have to get Streamlabs on here and not OBS.
I'm honestly willing to put the monitor right here, and then we can have all the data right here.
Okay. Oh no, there's an OBS extension where we can at least see. I think it's only a Twitch chat that'll do.
Well, but if I put the monitor here, I can
yeah.
play the YouTube thing, and it will tell me on YouTube.
Yes. So, well, there we go. Anyway, yeah, welcome. Here we are. We're doing the thing. It's
We are
Mike,
doing the damn thing.
Dave, Zach. Okay, that was unnecessary. These people are here to watch us and enjoy. Why you got to be all hostile?
They don't get to enjoy me. Only I get to enjoy me.
What about Tina? Does Tina get to enjoy you, Zach?
We'll see on Wednesday.
Love that confidence.
You know, when he said this girl's name was Tina, I instantly pictured Tina Belcher.
Thanks, Dave. I'm really happy that you believe in me here.
I do believe in you.
But you think I'm going to be with Tina Belcher?
I mean, yeah.
Do you want to be with...
I'd clap Tina Belcher's cheeks. What up?
There's so much to unpack right there. I don't think we have enough time in this episode to get through all of it.
This is where I thrash. This is how I do.
Life.
If anything, I'm Tina Belcher.
You really are.
Do you know what, Mike? I didn't need you to come at me like that.
We're not coming at you.
We're just... Zach, you're just like softballing that stuff in there.
We are handing you the ball. You are throwing it willingly.
You're just over there. You're just throwing batting practice, and you're just like, nobody can hit this 40-mile-an-hour meatball right over the middle of the plate. And it's taken me a lot of restraint not to just fucking hit everything into the next county.
Homer.
Yep. Oh. There it is.
Oh, Mike and I have both been on a kind of Simpsons kick recently. Where there's been times where he'll be watching an episode up here, and I'll be up and down stairs, going up and down, and I'll also be watching Simpsons in the basement. It's like I'll have two episodes at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
This morning earlier today, we had we shot Mr. Burns upstairs, and we had Lisa substitute in the basement.
Yep. It was a fun dichotomy. Yeah. That's what we had going on.
Fantastic.
Yes. Oh, I should probably get that going.
I also did, because you guys aren't taking any reins here, so I'm just going to kind of just shoehorn this wherever I want to.
Kind of what you do.
Time out before you crank the wheel and steer us into waters uncharted. Follow us on all of the social medias. We're at camautomag on the lot of them. Subscribe to the Camcast podcast wherever you get your podcast. Pretty much just Apple and Spotify. Those are the only two I really check.
Where's my podcast, Mike?
Same place mine is. Zach sitting in purgatory right now.
I want my podcast, Mike.
Well,
also, I need to make one next week, and I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah, no, yeah. So you also need to resend me the artwork and the audio.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all right.
Oh, I washed that flash drive.
So
That's a very Zach thing. I'm just throwing that out there.
Oh, yeah. And also, check out camautomag.com. There's actual content going up there on the regular.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I can't actually sell Skylar those valves. He's already got a set of super techs in there.
Hey.
But I tried.
All right.
And he'll keep me in mind in case he ever blows those things out.
Beautiful.
Apparently he's just got an RB25, not a Neo, so we're in business.
Okay.
All right.
Well then.
Okay, Zach.
I don't know where I was going to go. It was funnier in the moment, and now it's not funny even remotely.
Good, so we can move on.
Yeah, I think I have anything else I can shoehorn into this conversation. Oh, so I went on a date this week.
Okay.
Stuff that's turned into like a Seinfeld bit.
This is really just... I'm really glad I said what I said on Facebook when I posted this thing. Watch us give life advice to Zach and maybe talk about cars.
Well, hey, this is about cars.
Legitimately what this podcast has turned into.
It's just me and Dave trying to raise our son.
What's up? I'm doing okay.
How does this make you feel,
God.
Zachary?
You're doing good.
Not to like be this dickhole, but I think I'm doing better than both you guys. I make more money than both you guys.
Bro, I clear like $5,000 a month and I live in a fucking office.
I will admit though, I do appreciate Dave's living situation because like there's something to be said about the simplisticness of it.
What? Literally moving out of everything and saying fuck it?
Yeah.
That's simple as hell.
Yeah, I totally.
I live in a van down by the river. Although my van doesn't have third or fourth gear, it's not registered, and I'm nowhere near a river.
Hey, you know,
No, you're kind of the Jordan River is somewhere underneath you.
gotta be.
At that point in West Valley, yeah, it's somewhere underneath me
Yeah.
in concrete.
Underneath, yes.
Yeah. No, so I went on a date So I went on a date. We ended up getting tacos, hanging out in my BMW. And she's like, "Oh, I like roller coasters and like thrill and like adrenaline." I look at her and I'm like,
I'm not drunk enough for this.
I'm getting there.
"Do you want to?
This is why you got a pregame, Chief.
Hey,
Do I need to go pull out the bottle of?"
Das IE boot.
you need to hand me another can of something.
I need to go get the stuff out of the main fridge and put it in the pod fridge.
Oh shit!
Well,
You're holding.
I had it all in. Okay, so it was a combination of stuff I brought home from work because we overbought for the Christmas party those many months ago.
Things happen. Thank you, Zach. I love you.
And I also took a bunch
Son
of
I
stuff.
never wanted.
I also took a bunch of stuff upstairs because I was just gonna have it was for that Friday night stream that we did.
Hey, that was a bonding moment between the two of us. You weren't part of that.
Yeah, but he's got a beer in his hand.
Yeah,
I'm the son he never wanted.
you're the son I'm having to raise.
I'm just the part-time dad that shows up every now and again to tell you that you're doing a good job and then turn right around and tell you that you're fucking up.
You're the dad that shows up and I see you in like the bleachers, but you leave before the game is over, so I can't talk to you. You're just there just for like the woman. Like I'm lining up at bat.
Yep.
There he is. There he is. Swing and he's gone by the time I hit the base.
But
I've
by the
never
time
heard
he's
something-
thrown out at second.
I've never heard something so poetic and accurate about me.
You've known. God,
You've known me for a
this
while.
is fucking more depressing.
Mike has known me for longer, but
Yeah.
you've known me for a while now.
Yeah,
Dave, I know you probably know my own father.
That's
Oh.
unfortunate.
that's wild.
That hurts me.
My friend Rocky on Saturday asked me how I knew you. Like, how'd you
Rocky?
meet?
Oh, the dude that was here?
What?
The dude that was here?
No.
Who's Rocky?
Rocky's a friend of mine. Met him through soccer.
Do I know Rocky?
You've not met Rocky. So, Rocky's rad, though. Love Rocky. I know Rocky's not watching, but shout out to you, Rocky, in case you ever see this.
I don't even know who the hell you are, but Rocky, you and OG.
Rocky's fucking rad.
He's
Rocky
asking about me, so I like him already.
Rocky got me into Hot Mulligan in the Wonder Years.
Hey.
So, yeah, like, the soundtracks for my Mondays and Wednesdays are fucking set. Also, occasionally on Wednesdays, you'll just hear me yelling out, "Came out swinging from a South Philly basement." Hey,
There are some weird sounds that come up
Oh
come
my
from upstairs.
That's amazing.
listen, those are mostly me just crying, being depressed as shit. But anyway,
That's
so
same.
I'll
though.
drink to that.
God,
There it
this is a bonding episode.
Welcome to Michael's Kitchen, where depression becomes food.
Hey.
No, you can't.
Previously
claim
on the
that. This goes.
I can't claim that because the food blog that I started when I was wildly depressed.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Previously on the bowl is too small.
But we do share that depression kitchen.
Yes, we do. Which is going to be, as soon as I can get Christina to cross-stitch me something, it's going to be, this is a trap kitchen.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Anyway.
Can I be the guy that tastes all the food on the Depression Kitchen show?
Yeah,
Yes.
why not?
Okay,
Excellent.
so hold on.
So when I start
Where
crying,
the fuck are we? Your friend Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky. So he he dragged me because I was super depressed on Saturday. So he
Record
told me to
scratch.
come down to Rio Tinto
Yeah.
and help out with the TIFO painting for the RSL home opener
Right.
on Saturday, which I'm going to be there. Maybe with the thermos, maybe with the Day Beers Day bag. I don't know. Yeah, my little like soft igloo cooler that I got from work is a Christmas gift.
Fantastic.
That is officially the Day Beers Day bag.
Nice.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
Anyway,
It's
so
what it needs to be.
it has to be. So Rocky asked because he knows that I have a roommate.
Sup?
Sure. And he asked, "So how do you know your roommate?" And the phrase, he crowbarred his way into my life.
It's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
It's like, hey,
That's so poetically perfectly explains.
Yeah.
I like the way I'm going to describe this. It's so accurate and so true to it. We were both drunk sitting in front of Brandon Kuhn's pop-up.
I was not drunk yet.
Okay, but like the words Brandon Kuhn's pop-up.
He had the
I feel like-
motivation. He had the motivation to become so drunk.
Oh no, watching this golden retriever of a human being try to set up his hammock,
God, that was a fucking nightmare.
I quickly realized we're not going to be drinking a lot because the entertainment needs to be taken in with a clear mind.
Because we're reminiscing, this podcast has been a big part of my life. My 21st birthday was on this podcast.
Yeah.
I didn't have friends. I was here. I was getting drunk and yelling at people about Idaho and tractors. It was Matt and Dave, right?
You are my tie to the state of Idaho at this point, because you, in my mind, define the state of Idaho for me. Much like my trip to the Jack in the Box with the bagged change, and I know I've told this story more than once, so I'll save it.
That's great.
Like, okay, Napoleon Dynamite, bagged change at Jack in the Box in Boise, and pretty much anything Zach has ever told me about Idaho are all the things I know about Idaho.
I feel like that's pretty accurate, actually.
I feel like I really don't get any more than, like, I have family that live in fucking Idaho, and I don't know a shit about them.
Oh, dude. Yeah, like
I've got an uncle that lives in Salmon, Idaho.
I know where that is.
Yeah, I do too. Been there.
is that where the white nationalists are? Or is that more in the friendly neck of the woods?
That's where the La Tienda gas station is.
Hey,
That,
all
and,
right.
I remember correctly, that has a very large Hispanic population.
Ah, good.
Hence the La Tienda.
Yeah. I like that. The town that my grandparents live in has 3 bars, 2 gas stations, a school, and a Libertos, whatever the fuck brother is up there.
It's whichever brother isn't in jail
Yeah.
currently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the entire town. And
I'm surprised there's not a whole shit ton of churches.
I think the church is actually in Rexburg, honestly.
Oh, okay, well that makes sense.
But the elementary school, which is also combined with the middle school, has a mural on the wall that says "Don't do meth." In the playground, the playground's a box, and one of the 4 walls just says "Don't do meth."
That's amazing.
Here's the thing. The state of Idaho, like the staple of the state of Idaho to me is meth heads.
Yeah.
Meth heads, potatoes, bagged change, and Zach.
when I'm up there next, I will get a photo of the play yard at
You have to now.
a Ryrie K through 9, I think is what it is.
K9.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
K9, yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Actually, I think my first donuts I've ever done in my entire life were in the Ryrie High School parking lot in my 4Runner that I didn't own at the time.
Nice.
They weren't very good, though. Oh, speaking about donuts, this is a whole story. This is going way back to my date.
Yeah. We really derailed you on that one.
We went to the moon and back.
That's okay. This should be an accurate demonstration to any neurotypical individual about how you don't get laid.
So, my story.
You can mute me. That's fine. You know I'm right.
Why are we yelling?
So, okay, here's the thing. Zach, I suffer from the same thing.
But-
okay.
Oh, can I finish my fucking story?
Yes.
Okay, I'm on a date with a female.
Surprising. Continue.
Like, 'cause it's a girl or it's a date?
Yes.
Same.
Listen, everybody in this room is really fucking surprised.
We're sitting there eating tacos in my BMW. My literal shit box of BMW. It's still held together by ratchet straps, duct tape, and JP Weld at this point. She's like, "Oh, I like adrenaline. I like roller coasters." And I was like, "You told me you wanted to go drive fast? Oh, is that an option?"
Oh, baby.
I'm like, "Oh, don't."
Is that an option?
I'm like, "Do you want to go do donuts?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "You don't have to tell me twice.
Don't threaten me with a good
I
time.
don't care if I bundle up this thing trying to come off the top of the S curve and go the wrong direction and end up back on the bottom of the S curve. We'll fucking send it."
Triple extreme stunt bonus, baby.
Hey, how many points did he has that? That's a fucking half extreme stun bonus.
We
No,
say as we hear a
that.
fucking car alarm go off in the parking lot. I don't know.
I don't know if it doesn't lock. So
I love that your unplated BMW with a ratchet strap holding the hood closed is parked in a handicap
It's not-
spot.
Yeah, it's
not-
actually not a handicap spot.
Really?
They started painting it and then didn't finish it.
Yeah, it's just a parking spot with a blue square in it.
Yeah.
It is not a handicap.
Oh, so was it like somebody mistakenly painting it as a?
So what had happened was originally that was the handicap spot, and it was the one on the other side that wasn't, and then they repaved it, and there was no handicap spot for like 4 months, and then somebody complained to ADA or somebody, I don't fucking know.
yeah, somebody reported that there is a low key crime happening.
So then both spots were handicap. And then they repaved it and they painted both of them blue again and only finished the other one.
Got
Yeah.
it. So if it's unfinished, it doesn't count.
No, actually, the legal law is there must be a sign in front of it. If there's not a sign in front of it, it is not a handicap spot. Even if the thing's on the ground,
So there's a sign in front of that one, but there's no. Oh, so
the
Yeah.
far one. There's 2 spots here.
got it.
Yep.
So we hit the canyon fucking fast. That BMW handles so fucking well. It is.
So you keeping it or what?
I got a 911 now.
Until something else goes wrong and he throws the keys at me.
It's been
Let me know
doing
when that
really well.
happens. I'll give you $500 for it.
Yours.
It's been doing pretty well right now, but also dumped probably $2,500 into it just to keep it running. But
Jesus.
Just German things, huh?
Hey.
Hey, man, I'm still looking at a big turbo Golf.
Hey, man.
It keeps getting rubbed under my nose.
Hey,
But-
fucking B8, A4s, and A5s keep getting thrown my way via Facebook. I'm
Man.
like, man.
Yo, I mean, you work in the freaking ground zero of
Yeah.
interest for me as far as that goes.
Yeah, so, yeah, trust me.
Yeah. Yeah, you see good shit all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But 105 in the canyon. The car doesn't even stutter. It just goes. You know where too? From the right where a slight turn that goes up, right there. 105.
Oh, yeah.
We get to the snow. Turn up traction control. That fucker will spin tires until you get sideways, and then yaw control kicks in.
We need to figure out how to shut that shit down.
Yeah.
We also might need to kill probably Edge because CPU usage is approaching 50 at moments.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
That's fine. But she's like, "Oh my gosh, those
right
were-
back down to 39.
oh my
Fantastic.
gosh, that was such a fun drive. Oh, you're such a good driver. You know how to do donuts so well." No, those are fucking shit.
No, those are shitties, my dear. There's a difference.
No, those
Yeah,
weren't even shitties.
there's
Those
donuts and there's shitties.
It wasn't, even, well, it wasn't even a shitty. It was like it was a moon. I get it go and I could flick it and I couldn't bring it back. Is that a shitty? I don't know what shitty is. I thought shitty
No,
was just.
Whipping shitties.
Yeah, whipping shitties is
That's
just
what I
another-
call it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
it's-
Just donuts. Yeah.
yeah, donuts, like all that shit. It's a highly regional term, as I found
Yeah.
out.
But this is just like, okay, this is the BMW. Ready? So spinning, hit it sideways, and now trying to whip it to come and have it start get a circle going. It loses power about here.
You could whip, but you could not nay.
Could not nay. She's like, "Oh, those are so good." I'm like, my fucking Tacoma in front wheel drive would do better donuts than this thing would.
I want to see you do some reverse shitties in a
Oh,
front wheel drive.
yeah, fucking. I could
taco.
throw
There
that
it
thing
is.
into R,
Yeah,
Fucking get it, baby.
put in race mode.
yeah.
Kick
It probably
hard on
probably
D,
sounds
kick
just
hard
like
on
that.
R.
Yeah, does not kick hard on R.
Well, and icing is because
Why did none of us buy that Golf?
I Was it a Golf or was it a Jetta? I think it
thought
was
it
a
was a
Jetta.
It was. I thought it was a Golf. I
I'm
thought
pretty
it was
sure
a
it was a
four-door
Jetta.
Golf.
No, I think it was a Jetta.
'Cause it also
Okay,
had a
well,
broken window
same,
as well, too, didn't
same
it?
fucking Crayola as far as I'm concerned.
Right? It smells the same on the inside. No,
Right.
my problem was it had one too many windows that were replaced by a black hefty bag.
Yes. Yeah.
Fair,
Fair.
but we also couldn't find a Chevette equally priced.
This is true.
I don't know what the
also,
hell's.
wasn't there an XJ or XJR or XJS?
There was an XJ6.
XJ6, yeah.
A
it was
Jag
like-
XJ, like 79 XJ6.
Some hunk of
Runs
shit.
needs work, $1,500
the
or some
shifter
shit
snapped,
like
but
that.
it's all there still.
Yeah, the rod was still there, but
Yeah.
the handle
Oh,
was
yeah.
in the back seat.
Oh,
I actually got in a massive argument with a coworker. That was it Friday?
you're on, Jacob.
Oh,
About
He just said challenge accepted. I'm a little too far gone to really be paying that much attention, but he just said challenge accepted.
no, that was with
Excellent.
you and your friend, who was like, who the fuck was it? I don't know. Maybe I'm too drunk for this right now, but it was like, yeah, Audi TT is just the same as a Golf. And I'm like, no.
Somebody, I mean,
Was it your friend?
here's the thing. Before we actually go into the technical details of this, I know of more than one person with an Audi TT floor pan and drivetrain in a Golf.
yeah. So it's
The floor pan's correct, but it's engine bay, the suspension.
It's all the same.
it's
I think it has different
It's
suspension.
it's all R32, bud.
engine bay is actually different than a Golf. So
It's different than a Beetle too, but
Well,
now we're splitting hairs.
yeah, well, listen, we don't make any. I don't think we have anything listed specifically for the Beetle, but we have stuff listed for the TT and also the GTI.
I hate both of
Beautiful.
So it's weird.
It's a car podcast.
Yeah, weird. A3 GTI, same engine bay. A3 TT, vastly different.
I mean, that I could see. Based on shape alone, I
Yeah.
could see that being the issue.
Yeah, like everything, like engine, transmission, firewall to firewall, the same. But the actual physical dimensions of the engine bay,
Well, it's like Turbo PT Cruiser versus SRT4.
yeah.
Intake and exhaust manifolds are different. Some charge piping, some stuff like that, right?
But
Oh,
really,
so-
Otherwise, it's the same garbage.
This is a great conversation. I got in a legit argument, like swear words, like meaningful swear words to each other with Mike, Asian Mike.
I mean, I'm not the least bit surprised.
Yes, but
It doesn't matter what subject that is. I mean, you could have closed it with that, and I've been like, "Yep."
I was about to say, did I black out and scream at you?
Not this time. Not this time.
Not this time.
Don't worry, summer's coming up, and Weekend Dad Mike might show up.
Yeah.
Bodor in hand.
Bodor, Marlboro Reds with some of the filters ripped off.
Blend 27s. Come on, give yourself some credit.
Well, who are we talking about? Parliaments.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, I'm on a budget.
Parliament Light.
I'm on a budget.
Yeah, pyramids.
This is a great discussion.
The
for
blue box.
This is a great discussion for you guys. 'Cause I want to get your
Okay.
input, and this might even turn into a Zap episode, which is what qualifies a vehicle to be different. Hear me out. So
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
gonna need some clarification
So
here.
I was trying to
Continue.
make the argument
Okay.
that the Testarossa and the 512 are different models because it has a reworked engine, has reworked brakes, reworked suspension, reworked engine or transmission. Actually, I think it's the same transmission and vaguely different styling. Yes, the chassis is still the same, but so before you guys argue, so
I already have an answer for
okay.
this. So.
Now is a TT and an A3 the same thing?
So
no, hold on. No,
okay,
we got one
okay,
more, one
all right,
more.
okay.
I
I already have an answer for that.
Yeah.
I had one more really good example here. I can't remember what it was. And then the other one was the Bugatti and the Bugatti Supersport.
Oh.
See, I don't know shit about those two.
I we'll get back to that one later.
I was going to say Clio V6 and a Dino. What's the difference?
So we
Hatch.
got in on the E-Class to 300E.
Mm-hmm.
Not 300, just 300, just 300. Chrysler 300. You know what I meant.
Mm-hmm.
We got in he would call me at midnight and argue this with me because he had found another point to argue. So Dave, I want to hear what your opinion is. Like, where is the line drawn? Where do you stop eating the farm animals?
What?
I love that sign.
Dave
I
got it.
fucking
Dave
love
got
that
it.
sign. I stop at the parrot.
There's like a billboard and there's a whole bunch of like farm
It's a
animals.
PETA billboard.
Oh!
First off, I know you've seen it.
Oh, now
in your perusings across the internet. They say, where do you draw the line? It's like cat, dog, horse, bird, fish, like all that shit.
I mean...
And it's like, where do you draw the line at pet and food? Yeah. I'll eat anything on the damn board. Fuck it. I don't care.
It really all depends on what the apocalypse is looking like.
If that's what the top
I mean,
is.
even you two fucks are on the table. If it's me starving or me living, like you're gonna be a little gristly. I could probably live off you a while, but
Oh, you wouldn't want to team up? Like, is this like your last man ever?
Here's the thing: if we
Is this like Survivor? Like,
do you want it to be?
What the fuck season of Survivor are you watching?
No shit.
The good ones?
I
Seasons
think
two?
he has definitely got his shows mixed up.
The ones you can only watch on the dark web.
Are we watching Survivor or The Walking Dead? Because
They seem to be really mixed. Jeff Pope's. I don't think he was in The Walking Dead.
we don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have done that much acid before turning on the TV, but here I am.
God. Okay, Dave. Where do you draw the line?
512 and TR were marketed as two separate vehicles. Now, to add to that point, because they were changed enough between the two, right?
Because there was
We can't really call even though a lot of people refer to the Testarossa as a 512 TR, right?
different.
Yeah.
They are different vehicles. That's calling a WRX STI an Impreza.
Yes.
Technically, you are correct, but you are also technically incorrect.
But the weird, but weird thing is, to me, I think WRX and STI are the same car. But I think because it comes down to marketing.
But marketing and trim levels. See, here's the thing: STI to WRX, you've changed engine, you've changed transmission, you've changed suspensions, you've changed brakes. To some extent, you've changed interior, and you've also changed electronics.
And that was my exact argument.
All of the things that you change in a 512 to make it a TR.
Yeah.
Right. 288 to a 308. Right. I mean.
So my argument was with the Bugatti. That's been a big one where I'm like, it's not even in the same fucking chassis. There is nothing on a Bugatti to Bugatti Veyron to Bugatti Veyron Super Sport. No part is shared. Except,
Right. If parts aren't easily or readily interchangeable, I consider that a big check mark.
But they look the exact same, though, and you have to put them side by side to really notice the small things. It's like, oh, the A pillar is a little bit smaller.
Okay.
Oh, there's a weird do you know the Super Sport has like a smoker's window? It doesn't open, but it has the little corner window.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
So,
And then
when you say chassis differences, right? That's where like A3 and TT, Beetle, Golf, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They are functionally the same chassis.
Yeah.
And a lot of the design footwork is the same, but it's the external appearance
Yeah.
and even some of the structure within that is different.
May I? Seeing
Please.
how I deal with this shit
Yeah,
all
I
the
mean,
time.
you kind of work at a place that does this.
Yeah. Integrated engineering, ladies and gentlemen. We got some fun stuff coming down the pipe.
Shout out to IE.
Indeed. Yeah, there is a shocking amount of Audi, Volkswagen, Seat, whatever the hell else that is
Skoda.
on. Yeah, that is on the Volkswagen MQB platform.
Right.
So that is, I mean,
You've got everything from
So,
a freaking
Golf-
Tiguan all the way to a Seat Ibiza Cupra.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, Golf, Jetta, A3, Tiguan, Q3, and the smaller ones. The Taos is also MQB.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a shit ton of stuff. I think even the Atlas is technically an MQB.
It's like the MQB Plus. It's like the long wheelbase version of something like that, right?
yeah.
Which,
So-
for the longest time, I thought that was going to be like a Grand Cherokee or some shit like that. But
They,
all MQB, I guess.
yeah, they look impressive, but I mean, even that VR6 under there, it just looks like
yeah.
there's a lot of real estate in there for you to get rowdy.
I have I've popped the hood on a new Atlas with a 3.6. I
yeah.
could almost stand in that engine bay. Mm-hmm. It reminds me of like a fucking square body era Chevy.
But that said, all of these vehicles share the same platform. However, they are markedly different.
Just because it's the same platform doesn't mean it was put in the same production.
Yeah, it's roughly like firewall to like rear
like rear strut tower or
Yeah,
whatever.
It's just the
And
hard
that-
points are the same.
Exactly. Like, that's the same. Everything fore and aft of that, even like the suspension, some of the suspension pickup points are drastically different.
Right.
Like-
I mean, you've got front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive cars using the same chassis, and yeah, you're changing pickup points
Exactly.
to put a bigger fuel tank in the car.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
deeper floor pad.
Yeah, so I think the best example of this is we have specific TTRS stuff and RS3 stuff.
Right.
They are functionally the same. 5-cylinder, turbo, all-wheel drive,
Right.
MQB platform vehicles.
But some dimensions change enough to where it
Yeah.
warrants different products.
Yeah, it is impossible for you to shoehorn, at least in this current iteration of the TT, anything meant for another MQB car under the hood.
Makes sense,
Earlier
given the
T-
shape.
Yeah, earlier TTs, you could get away with some stuff.
Right.
But with this, it is just the shape of that engine bay is drastically different.
Can we name
So,
this episode we talk about TTs?
huh?
Yeah. I'm looking for a TT. Like, if I pick up this big turbo Golf, I'm taking this 180 out of it, and I'm putting it in a fucking TT.
Ooh, yeah.
I like those cars.
So back to this whole thing, though. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off
no,
there.
you're
but,
good. You're good.
Mike did not think. Mike thought that the Testarossa and the 512 were the same car, which that one I can kind of see because, like, if you really don't know, and if you really, really don't know, yeah.
No.
The one that got me that I wanted to slap him, open hand slap him.
Just as disrespectful as you please.
Yes, was him saying that the Enzo, the MC12 were the same car.
Oh, going back to our Idaho slander, Andrew Jackson,
no.
longtime friend of the program.
What the fuck? He's watching.
who lives in Idaho now, if
He's
I'm
in
not
Boise.
Yes, he
mistaken.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, on Instagram, on the camautomag Instagram story just now, I said, we're slandering Idaho. Come watch.
Yeah.
Because we kind of were dragging Idaho.
We were really dragging the shit out of Idaho. And I will say, I know some cool ass people in Idaho.
Yes.
Andrew's one of them.
Andrew is definitely one
Andrew's
of them.
for sure one of them.
100%.
Yeah, he's one of the few people from Indiana that I like.
Shouts
So,
to you.
if he's watching. I'm not sure if he is. But no, so his response was, hey now, Boise is the shit.
I mean, Boise's where I had my weird interaction at a fucking Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
God.
Firebird Raceway is cool. That's just outside of Boise. That's Eagle, but
So-
still.
Indeed.
So, Mike, what do you think about? Is the Enzo and the MC12 the same car?
MC12, that's the Maserati?
Yes, the Maserati. They are similar in that, I mean, they're not the same car. They share a lot in common, but they're drastically different.
They're actually it's a reskinned, and I think it's a vaguely re-geared car,
Yes.
and that's it.
So
But-
reskinned on a vehicle that has what, a carbon fiber monocoque, or is it a space frame car?
Monocoque.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
So reskinning meaning like you're
Yeah.
changing the entire unibody of this thing. Running gear mostly
I
the
want
same.
to see. I want to see what Maserati got from Ferrari. This probably has to be a photo somewhere of
There has to be.
Yeah.
of the lineup of the chassis, the ladies in white, or whatever the fuck they call it.
Yeah, no. From what I gather, they, even though they're like mechanically identical, they feel very different from a driving stand. Like, they drive differently.
What I've been reading recently, or not reading, watching recently,
Yeah.
is that they're designed for two different tasks.
Yes.
They're not. It's what's a good analogy here? You can skin a cat in multiple ways.
Yes.
It's still the same fucking cat,
Yeah. No.
but
It's
it can handle things differently.
yeah. Like they went about doing the same thing differently, but wound up at the same place. That's
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
I also
Yeah.
hate people who are like, the Enzo never fucking raced, and then you show them a photo of an FFX. FFX?
So
FXX.
so fun thing about the XX series, that is.
It was never sanctioned.
Yeah, it was never sanctioned, and it was really just like the NFT of the car world. Like, you threw a lot of money at this thing that you never actually owned, and Ferrari would tell you when you could drive it.
Which they're now in public hands.
Which is fucking wild.
And you can get them street legal, which is even more fucking wild.
Well, here's the thing. Depending on where in the world you can get it street legal is
Yeah.
also the thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
keep in mind, most TVRs in Europe are legal.
Yeah, and I was about to say, like, there's a bunch of like 917 Porsches like running around with plates because they got functional lights and wipers and just enough safety in them.
917.
Or 917 or
Yeah,
962s.
I think it's.
No,
You're talking the like Le Mans
yeah,
car,
the
right?
962s like actually got a lot more than just lights and turn signals.
I think it's 917.
No,
or-
because the 996 or the 96
962.
962s turned into the fucking hell.
Yes, that one.
If you say the 911 GT1, that is not.
No, I'm not fucking stupid.
That is not correct.
The
You are
fucking
wrong.
why am I losing my absolute shit?
Yeah, like
This is nothing new.
The Koenig, they had the whole thing, and then there was the Bauer Brewer.
sure.
Fuck, who is the? Because so they produced like 140 of these chassis, which is insane for any race car.
It
Or 140 for a race chassis.
it was insane, but
It was also one of the best race cars ever produced.
Porsche quickly realized that a customer program was not just a way to build brand awareness and prestige; it was also a way to make money.
Yes.
Also, real quick, just want to say, hi Anna. Friend Anna's watching. She
Oh,
got a
hi.
kick. She got a kick out of Zach saying "open hand slap." Just
I mean, to be fair, that's where Zach has the most power. You
really,
seen the size of that hand?
he got the wingspan too.
God.
We just gotta.
Oh, come down on you.
Man, I just
Man,
gotta-
if I was in a bitch slap fight with Zach, I'd be worried.
dude, I just got to teach you my secret to get a few more yards off the tee.
Yeah.
It
Put some baby powder on that palm, man. Really make it hurt.
just
No sliding, just pure contact. But the 962, so they built a fuckload of them, and they fucking dominated from the moment they went on the track.
yeah, because Porsche really knows how to do that.
And I believe it was a rule change that finally outlawed them because they just were just running away with the races.
Yep.
And so now there's 140 chassis that no one knows what to do with. And so Koenig and Bauer, Brewer,
Somebody.
Bitch Boy bought a whole bunch of them.
So
And then and they did a lot of work to them. Like they put new differentials in them. They redid parts of the transmission because you don't need one of these things to do 220 on the Le Mans straight. You need it to do 180 or
yeah, you
whatever.
only need to do 180 on the Autobahn.
Yeah.
Or that particular stretch of Tokyo Expressway, whatever the case may
Yeah.
be.
Man, 180 slow. You're going to get passed by a Supra.
Hey.
They
Shout out to Smokey, just stopping in the middle of the road doing a fucking burnout.
Right?
Yeah.
The re-gear, and then I think they got a completely new engine management system too.
Well, yeah, because I mean, like that Bosch engine management system, it was just like, we're doing the damn thing, or I'm gonna be sitting still for 2 minutes while you change the tires and top me off because there's no in between.
Right.
I don't
Right.
understand.
It's Bosch Motorsport ECU or, like,
Yeah.
it's unplugged.
Yeah, so like those cars, so kind of going off of your like rule change. So that's when they went to when World Sports Car went to what ended up killing them, like the GT1 class. So, where you had to have a production based quote unquote car in your top tier thing. So that's how we
Right.
got the McLaren F1, the F40, all these awesome cars. But what happened to a lot of the former top tier cars is
Bauer.
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 Good job.
Yeah, Bauer made a whole bunch of them.
Yeah. No, so what happened with a lot of these cars is so they couldn't compete in top tier competition. But some of these other series like Super GT, they welcome that shit with open arms.
Indeed they
There
do.
were a lot of like weird series, pretty much just Super GT and I think a couple things in like Eastern Europe.
Uh-huh.
Where these cars, it was just like, oh yeah, it was legal last year. Fucking bring it, dude. Send it.
Yeah. I also almost bitch slapped a coworker for them telling me like,
Hey.
oh, the CLK GTR, that's the one that flies.
I mean,
No,
no.
it wasn't the CLK GTR that flied. It was the fucking what?
one.
Flying Mercedes. It was the fuck. It wasn't the CLK GTR. It was like the P1 car, CLR.
Ah,
CLR.
It was a LM GTP car,
yes.
which is not a GT1 car.
Yeah, those are.
Because you just look at the nose. The nose is so much different to the car too.
Yeah, the CLR
Ah,
GTR,
yes.
yeah. So, and you know why those cars?
Actually, yeah. There's a CLR and a CLK in the same photo.
Yes. So you know why those CLRs? Why they did the back?
Oh, there's also a GT1 Porsche in the background of that photo too.
Yes.
That's a pretty badass photo. Actually.
So you know why the Mercedes flipped, right?
I do.
For those that don't,
It was they had a shorter wheelbase
okay.
than the other cars, so they were more on these longer, more high-speed
They
straights.
were little twitchy, little dancy.
Yeah, so they would kind of encounter what the current F1 cars, like the 2022 cars, are now encountering, which is porpoising, which is, well, actually, it's a little. What happened to them was a little different than what is
Right.
happening to the F1 cars.
Porpoising
Right.
is hilarious to watch though.
It's fucking hilarious, and I'm really shocked only one team has not had a problem with that. But yeah, so I mean, those cars, sports cars, typically have a flat bottom because they have a
Ground
big,
effects.
yeah, they have a big fuck off diffuser,
Right.
and that's really, I mean, they don't have any like real Venturi tunnels or anything going underneath the cars like the ground effects F1 cars in the 70s and 80s did,
Right.
and now these cars do. So, yeah, I mean, as soon as you get a little bit of air underneath that thing, whoo boy,
Yeah.
acts like a wing.
And the other big thing too was what track? It was Le Mans that was happening on, right? It was that Le Mans track.
It happened, so they did the backflips at Le Mans, but I think they were also racing at Fuji with their big, long front straight. They were feeling
Okay.
it towards the end, but yeah, just because that shorter wheelbase, I mean, it's like being on like a teeter-totter. You have just that one point where everything's rocking back and forth.
It's like my Super Duty on the freeway with the concrete expanding joints.
God.
Yes.
At Le Mans, they made a modification to their front splitter as well too, wanting higher top speed. So they raised the angle up a little bit, which
Yep.
caught more air, which then
Yep.
with the porpoising
Well, yeah.
yield flippy.
Yeah. Well, what's happening with the porpoising in F1 is so the rear diffuser momentarily stalls. So suddenly the back end of the car is not getting sucked down. So the front end loads up, and then the rear diffuser gets more air. So it starts working, and then it stalls. So that's how you have like Ferraris and Mercedes just shimmying down the front straight at Catalunya.
Which has got to feel just terrible as the driver.
So the drivers are not a huge fan. George Russell says this could be fixed if they bring back active suspension,
Okay.
which they're not going to do because they know exactly how that's going to go.
Yep.
But ironically, only one team has not had any problems with that, and that's McLaren.
Okay.
And they don't really know why.
Oh.
Yeah, they're just like, we're not really sure why we're not having porpoising problems, but okay. So, yeah, I mention this because we just got finished with the first F1 test of the season with the new cars, which was supposed to be like super secret behind closed doors. Nobody was supposed to see nothing.
Huh.
But
Didn't work out that way.
There was a shit ton of photos and like daily highlights on the F1 YouTube channel and like a half-hour breakdown of like tech talk about what you saw and everything. So it's like it wasn't the same sort of thing. So, yeah,
Got it.
Yeah, so that was, but I will say the new cars look fucking great. Just
Haven't seen him, to be honest.
Zach, if you want to Do you want to hand me the mouse and keyboard, or just the mouse while you do your thing?
Oh, I'm just fucking dicking off over here on my phone.
Okay.
I'm doing anything important at all.
Yeah, it's all right. So
I don't
I'm
I don't
just
follow organized racing
it's
of any kind.
Yeah, I mean you don't really have to, but so go to here.
What have we
Redirecting.
got here?
What have we learned? Well, we've learned some things, but so yeah, so these are the new F1 cars. They have simplified a lot of the aero because for the last decade and change, they have had a lot of over-the-car aerodynamics.
Right.
Because they did ban ground effects in, I think, the early 80s.
Okay.
Because the way they were doing it was with these weird side skirts, and if one of them broke, suddenly there is nothing, like the ground effects are broken, the cars will not work.
Yeah.
Right.
So they simplified everything, so now it's less over the car and it's more under the car.
'Kay.
So you have...
Oh, I'm seeing some tunneling going on there.
So they changed the rear wing design.
Got it.
God, why is there no real good shot of any of these things? But whatever. Yeah, I mean, like, the side pods are a lot higher. There's a channel, like, going down the side.
Right along the belt line, yeah.
Yeah. On the Ferrari, actually, on the top of the side pods, there is, like, a dip.
Ah,
Yeah.
nice little low pressure zone.
Exactly. It looks
Cool.
gorgeous. But
Yeah, I will say they look far more organic than
Yes.
F1 cars in the past have been.
yes, where it is just barge board upon aerodynamic aid.
and they're also on lower profile tires now.
Yes. So
that
this
I've
is the
seen.
first season that F1 is going to this 18-inch wheel and tire package.
Right.
F2 has been on it for a few seasons.
Okay.
So, yeah,
And this is a departure from the 15?
13.
13 inch. Okay.
Yeah, 13-inch wheel.
Got it.
So, yeah, it is very different for everybody right now. Everybody's
Sure.
trying to figure this whole damn thing
I mean,
out.
tire tuning is a huge part. So
Oh, yeah. And the
when
other...
you change it that drastically.
Yeah, and the other thing is Pirelli, like F1 said to Pirelli, hey, your tires just kind of die. Like, there's no, like, you can't cool them off and then they'll come back. So could you design a tire where you could actually drive it hard, cool down for a few laps, and then drive it hard and get near that first stint performance?
Get some cycles out of it.
Yeah, so that was another part of this preseason test where they would...
I'm seeing a little bit of tread balling
Yeah, a little
on
graining.
that right front.
Yeah, that is, I think, one of the softer compounds. That's Lando, baby Lando.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was fastest on the first day of testing. He's like, I didn't want to be fastest because now you're all going to have expectations of me being fast all season. Shout out to baby Lando.
I'm a man that we are all similar to.
Yeah. No. So what?
I noticed they have like really nice looking aero discs on those
Yeah.
wheels as well. They're
Exactly,
not just deep face like
Yeah.
previous.
Yeah, no, they have wheel covers for the first time in God knows how long. But yeah, Pirelli was just like, go out there, push, cool down, and then push again, and we'll see if we actually built the tire correctly. And yeah, they actually did. So there will be, like, you'll see people kind of slowing down and being able to extend some of these stints on the tires.
Nice.
Yeah. And also, Charles Leclerc, he said, yeah, actually, you can follow closely and actually do close racing with this new aero package.
Okay, so they're not as easily disturbed.
Yeah, so it's
That's
not
cool.
Yeah, so it's not going to be, you're only going to be able to line up a move on the front straight with DRS.
Right. You can actually get back to the heyday where,
Yeah.
people are dicing it on the inside and outside of some pretty gnarly corners.
Mm-hmm. So
That's
yeah.
sweet.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So, really looking forward to this season.
That's pretty gangster.
Yeah, man. So,
Well, shit.
do we have anything else, or can we launch
F1's
into the
kind
agenda?
of cool.
That was kind of it. All that
Okay.
for me.
Okay, cool. Sticking with racing real quick. Our boy Bruno Carniero is racing.
Yeah.
He's racing in the MX-5 Cup for Hickson Motorsports.
Nice.
Sick.
He's currently sitting 8th overall in the season standings after 4 races.
Okay.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's not bad. He's 3rd amongst the rookies.
All right. All
And in the second St. Pete race, he had a car roll over top of him,
Oh.
and he still finished 13th out of 31 drivers.
Huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
him.
He also
Whole ass car
he
rolling over his car.
Yup. He also had some dude get way up in the side of him,
Okay.
like bumper to door,
Sick.
almost perpendicular.
Some drift event shit.
Yeah.
Got it.
I mean, bad drift event shit.
Well,
You know.
beside the point.
But yeah, Bruno recovered from that. Did express his distaste for that driver,
Uh-huh.
as one does.
Yes.
And yeah, I will say I agree with Shay Adam on a lot of things. Shout out to her. She is a great commentator. She called him immature. I will say, no, Shay, you have not seen immaturity.
Oh boy.
These things, oh, you give me a professional drive, you will see immaturity.
Yes.
You will see levels of fucking Robbie Gordon pettiness. We black flagged you 10 laps ago. Fuck that. I'm taking a checkered, baby.
Yeah.
Podium is mine. Did you know about that?
Oh shit. That's amazing.
All right. So I did, before we got going, I did throw some stuff in the agenda
Uh-huh.
that I kind of breezed over.
Okay.
So we have a 2 where we're just fucking taking shots at electric vehicles.
I mean, yeah.
Listen, we could really do a lot of just work on Elon Musk and his bullshit, but
Well, let's start with this one first.
yeah. So
You guys remember Faraday Future?
I haven't heard that name in almost 3 years.
well,
right.
guess what? They're still around.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yes.
That fucks with my mental sanity.
Right.
Because like when I first got on this podcast every week, Faraday's Future's got this going on. Fucking
I will say Trent was a huge fan of Faraday Future.
Sure.
Yeah. And I mean, it was cool.
They seemed promising at
Yeah.
first.
And then
they kind of did
Disappeared?
they kind of disappeared.
they kind of did the Elio thing.
the founder
Elia Coin.
the founder of their company filed for bankruptcy,
Yeah.
which is not a great look.
no.
They've promised that they're going to build their vehicle, the FF91,
Mm-hmm.
It's
several
a
times.
fucking awful name.
It's and it also looks goofy as hell.
I can understand the looks because
That's a long wheelbase Macan that has slammed head on into a Lincoln Aviator.
Yeah.
nope. ID4 with suicide doors.
Yikes.
Woof. Anyway, so they
Excuse me.
do have a production facility in Hanford, California.
Oh, so it's going to be expensive as fuck.
It was always going to be expensive as fuck, Dave.
It's going to be even more expensive.
Exactly. They have missed a ton of production dates, but hey, guess what? They're going to start building these things in the third quarter, quote unquote, of this year.
Of 2022.
I will.
So when they're still not building these in Q3 23,
Yeah. What we are seeing here on this Car and Driver article are photos of a production intent FF91
What
prototype.
does that mean?
Listen, I'm not going to bother reading trying to figure out what the fuck that means. But it's just
Oh,
bullshit.
is that tire smoke added after?
I don't.
I
Well,
think
it's
it
a Faraday Future press photo, so very well could be.
because
Yeah,
that
very well
smoke
could
does
be.
not look right.
No, that is garbage.
that's what that was. Is that was a really nice professional shot, but there was some amateur piece of shit vaping in front of that guy.
Blowing fat clouds, bro.
Just
so many clouds. So
and
that's the
then
thing.
FF was like sick.
Yeah, so that's a thing that's probably not going to happen. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you.
I mean, the fact that nobody heard anything about Faraday Future for a couple years, and
Yeah.
then now they're just like, "Hey, look, guys, a car that we might still build."
We're back.
Yay!
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, no, I'm not
And
buying it.
real quick timeout from the actual podcast thing that we are doing. I am realizing this as I have taken the mouse and I'm kind of doing the driver thing. I probably should have set up something so we could capture this, but whatever.
I figured, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Listen, here's the thing out there,
It's-
folks.
We're
use
working
your
with like a 12.
imagination.
We're in like a $12 budget here. Come on.
We're
13, 15.
We're doing what we can. Well, this was just a straight up oversight because as I was setting up the stuff in OBS, I'm just like, I'm not gonna need that. And then here I am.
That's okay. That's all right.
Well, don't worry. We're gonna.
Well, what we can do is with the second screen, we can put all the important shit on this one and then have that one be the screen capture screen.
Yes. So there we go. And then also out there, I know we got a few people watching right now.
Yeah.
We need theme music for 3 podcasts. We have the Camcast, We also have the Cam interviews, which at some point will be showing up in a lot of places. And then we have Zach's Ambitious Podcast.
So,
famous.
Zach's Ambitious Podcast. Is that what we're actually calling it?
It's Zap.
It's Zap.
Yep.
Zap.
Yep.
Okay.
So, yeah. So
I wanted an acronym.
Yep. Yeah, we couldn't go with Zach's Cavalcade of Wackiness.
Why not?
It was a good name, but
It was almost the name, and then
it was 30 minutes before the thing went live.
yeah, like day of, like before Costa showed up.
Yeah.
So we had a quick name change. So
Well, Costa did the artwork for us.
yes, he did. Shout out to Costa. But if you're out there, if you're a musician, if you know musicians, if you just have a general idea of something we could use as a theme song, yeah, the Methuselah Worm well has dried up, seeing as how I broke up with. Yeah, my ex was that plug, and seeing as how I haven't talked to her in a year, I gotta change my streaming service passwords. She is kind of fucking up my Amazon.
Okay. Well.
So
Good
I mean,
to know.
she ain't watching, but I mean, I don't know. Sorry it worked out the way it did,
Hey, whatever. Fuck
but I
it.
gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta do what's good for me. I say as I spend most of Saturday fully dressed, fully showered, lying in bed.
Hey, man.
It
But
is a
like we've all been
Whole ass
there.
mood.
we have been.
Speaking of whole ass mood.
Speaking of whole ass moods, so in addition to me and Zach having a lot of faith in cameras for what it is we do professionally,
You know, photographicas.
exactly.
I
You know
have a lot to say on this hot topic.
what?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I guess who else has a whole shit ton of faith in cameras?
So I want to harken back to the time when Elon Musk said any attempt to use LiDAR is a suicide attempt.
Yeah, Elon Musk is a fucking charlatan.
Do you remember,
Huh.
you guys remember that?
I vaguely.
He was
remember it.
on stage and a reporter was like, "Why aren't you using?" Maybe it was radar or it was something. It was either LiDAR or radar. I can't remember which one it was.
No, it was LiDAR.
It was LiDAR. He's like, "That's a fool's errand. Anyone who pursues that is trying to commit a suicide attempt," and then moves on with no explanation of why he's thinking that. Yeah.
Sauce me, daddy.
I'm grabbing the last.
That's fine.
Palmer.
Yep,
That is totally fine.
Dave. There's a
You are a good man, Charlie Brown.
I need to not consume
So-
as much alcohol.
Okay.
So
Yeah. So
so he originally says, "Nah, not gonna happen. No way. Fuck that. That's gonna kill people." And now he's like,
This seems-
"You know."
seems
No,
to
this is
be
on cameras. If I'm reading this correctly, he is putting more emphasis on cameras over LiDAR.
a little awkward. Yes, he's putting. So actually,
Was it
So-
as awkward as this one?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
This is shout out to damaged cans
Hey,
full of booze.
that's it.
And iced tea and lemonade.
That's. Can we rename this to damaged cans?
We can do a lot of things. For one of us, probably needs to be writing this stuff down
Damaged can.
because
I
after this,
got it.
It's our soft-spoken.
Jake, Anna, JT, if you're still watching, in like, I don't know, in like 45 minutes, text me some of these dumbass names that we've thrown out there.
I just started a new notepad called
Good.
Random
Pencil.
Shit.
I got a table in front of me.
We got to stop writing on the table, man, because some of the notes are running together. Also, that part of the table is getting real gross because that's where a lot of people tend to sit.
But do you also like the
Damaged
This is a
cans.
list from like 2018, where we
Yeah.
drafted our racing.
Yep. Anyway. Yeah, no, there's a lot. We'll
There's
have
a
an
dick
epi-
there.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll have a memory. There's also some.
Somebody said Zach was here, but my name was spelled wrong, which is probably the funniest part.
Yeah, don't worry. There's also some Bosnian like curse words and shit written on here somewhere.
Fantastic.
From when Dayon came over.
Why don't I have Costa put some Greek bad words in here?
That's great. We just need international curse words on here. So hey, if you speak a different language and you want to write curse words on our table,
We've got Casey Barrett's shop number written right here.
His number's over there somewhere.
Excellent.
That's actually where I got his number from because I didn't have it on my phone.
yeah.
For a good time.
Anyway,
I thought you were just going to dox him on the podcast.
fuck it, whatever. Anyway, so the Model 3 and the Model Y currently are not being shipped with radar sensors, just cameras.
Okay.
And now the new new Model S's and Model X's will also be shipping without radar.
Okay.
Because, and this is logic my lay and drunk ass would come up with. Well, if you want a self-driving car to drive like a human, it needs eyes and a brain. This is the logic Elon Musk, son of an apartheid emerald magnate and model, is telling you.
I quite like Elon Musk, but holy shit, dude! Like,
Here's the thing: Tony Stark was not full of good ideas all the way through. This man is just proving himself to be a supervillain.
we've never questioned that though, have we?
No.
We just don't know where his private island is.
No, and this is also not like a fun fucking supervillain. This is
You right.
like...
You right.
Yeah.
You were going to Mars.
He also said, hey, let me build pneumatic tubes for people to travel around the state of California in instead of you guys developing high-speed rail. And let me tell you how awesome the pneumatic tube for humanity is working out.
Actually, I've been following that project quite a bit. So he actually open sourced the entire project and said, I don't have the time for this.
How... God.
Meet George Jetson. Da, 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 da.
I want to live in a world where I can go to Elon Musk's tube and fly to the Mars.
I want to be able to traverse this goddamn country in a train drunk off my ass that's traveling at 130 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Like in China, like in Europe, like in Japan.
Do you know where they're actively building this tube?
Fucking where?
Compton.
Where are they building this tube,
Fuck up,
Zach?
Dave.
What?
Fucking
Am I
UAE.
wrong? Oh.
I'll fucking pull up the shit right now.
That's great. I don't give a fuck about Dubai.
But they gotta build it somewhere first.
They were going to build it in
And
California.
fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger said no. And then they didn't build it.
Because it's a fucking dipshit idea. This man
You're
is
a dipshit idea.
Am I a dipshit idea, Zach? Like, explain to me how this guy who is repackaging, like, just some very basic shit and selling it to you, tell me how that's fucking brilliant. How is this goddamn brilliant?
I'm not talking to you right now.
Okay, because I'm right.
This
No.
beer is really cold.
Because
Otherwise, I
you're
would finish
fucking
the
wrong.
can by now.
I'm... Zach, what has he done other than give us a bunch of shitty, like, poor quality electric cars that he loses money on hand over fist that would not exist if he wasn't getting a fuck ton, a metric fuck ton of government handouts?
Just
He's
remember,
given us...
the metric fuck ton of handouts is 2.2 standard handouts, for the record.
Yeah,
2.5.
yeah. Like,
2.5. Two and like 4 or 5.
It's 2.2 because we're basing kilograms to pounds.
Oh, we're doing that conversion? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I see where
yeah,
you're
it's
coming from.
that's the metric conversion.
Have you heard of Starlink?
Jesus Christ.
Cool.
Have you heard of SpaceX?
He's got 2. What else has he got, Zach?
Have you heard of affordable rides to space? He's the best way to get something into space right now.
Really? Really? Okay. The affordable, like, this commercial space thing. Because all I see is him ferrying a bunch of, like, him just doing a lot of test launches. Or shooting his own shit into space.
So you know he launched over 140 times last year with paying payloads for things like, I don't know, GPS. Have you ever used that, Mike?
Yeah, I have, Zach. Let's talk about some other fun stuff. Let's talk about the Boring Company. Let's talk about him trying to repackage
the company put a hole in.
He is trying to repackage. Dude, this is every problem with every fucking Silicon Valley startup. They are repackaging shit that we already have. We already have a fucking game plan for. This is stuff that already goddamn exists. This is stuff we can make better because guess what? It exists in other parts of the world far superior to ours. But these dudes are just like, no. Let me tell you, man.
Help.
This is the fucking move. Let me tell you. Let me disrupt the fucking underground transit system. You don't need to disrupt this. It already exists. Let me move people across this country, state, whatever, at high rates of speed. We already have that. We already have a lot of that infrastructure. We just need to upgrade it a little bit. Because guess what?
Mike.
What?
I will keep jacking off my photo of Elon Musk.
I don't.
You can keep on burning your photo of Elon Musk.
I'm going to just lock you in that basement.
I'm going to come one day and the fridge is going to be pushed in front of the door and I won't be able to get out.
I'm just going to nail it shut and burn this place to the ground.
Hey, I start the fires in the house.
Yes, you... That was the most random goddamn thing to get in the middle of my work day.
Deal with those two, Dave.
So I'm just sitting there at work.
Yeah, you tell the story, but I'll show Dave the video.
I'm sitting there at work and, you know...
You just listen to the audio?
I listened to the audio. That was... Yeah, this is just...
Mike.
So...
It was also a lot bigger before. I couldn't get my phone out fast enough.
That's always how it is. You always miss the peak when you're trying to get your phone out.
I'm going here, I'm just like, if I burn this house because I'm trying to get a video of it, I am this generation.
You are the poster boy.
I am the Gen Z.
You are doing your generation proud. As I'm just enjoying my cheerful nihilism and depression.
I thought Mike was going to get really mad at me. Be like, don't burn the fucking house down.
I mean, I knew you weren't going to. You're as invested in this place as I am.
I have valuables here.
Yeah, like...
Only some of them are in the garage.
I mean, listen, we have... All of our valuables are in the house. Realistically. We can...
Dave is just... Sorry, go ahead, Mike.
Dave's checked out. Dave, can I get you another beverage? All right. Actually,
Did you want to yell about Elon Musk too?
no.
You sure?
Uh,
I think this week's episode of Zap is going to be me and Mike, where I yell at Mike about Elon Musk for multiple hours on end because I run a podcast.
you run a podcast with all my equipment.
My fucking TV's in here. My fucking mouse. That's my mouse, right?
I think so.
And this might be my keyboard as well.
I
too.
think it's your keyboard too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. You have the soundboard, the webcam, and the microphones. Bitch, I got a Snowball in the basement and a MacBook Pro. I can fucking run this shit. I got GarageBand. Come at me.
Look at you being all fancy with GarageBand. There
Yeah,
I am.
just send me the fucking links to log into this shit, and I'll post it myself. I don't need you. Let the middleman out of this.
Absolutely not.
Zap is ambitious, okay?
I'm really going to take your artwork and Photoshop in some Zap Brannigan stuff.
Can my intro just be Zap Brannigan quotes?
No, because it's going to get us pulled. That's the problem. That's why I asked our audience to hook us up with some musicians.
Dave, do you have anything to add to this?
No, he doesn't.
Dave?
Dave's checked out. Did you think it was going to go this long before it devolved into this, Dave?
We're in episode, 3 at this point, or is this 2?
I mean, like, specifically in this episode, did you think it was going to go 70 minutes before it was me and Zach yelling at each other?
That got heated.
That really did.
Did you guys know that there's notes of coriander in Blue Moon?
You look at Dave and he's like,
Yeah, I kept looking over when I was yelling. When I was in the middle of that, I kept looking over and I'm just like, he's either doing a bit for the viewers or he's saving this for the podcast.
Hey,
Look, I'm just doing a bit, okay? I'm just doing a bit, all right?
I thought we were friends.
Dave?
We are friends. This is what we do.
Did you know that women should not drink alcoholic beverages?
Put the can down, Zach.
Women or pregnant women?
I think it was the same in general.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
I
what
stand
Zach...
by my statement.
Shout out to Zach living in the 50s. Get back in the kitchen, ladies.
Here's the thing. If they weren't tossed, they wouldn't sleep with you.
He's going to get her food drunk. And then...
That's all it took?
What are you doing? This is going well. For those listening to the audio, Zach got up out of the seat, walked over, stood next to me, stood up, raised the mic arm as far as it would go, but it came up out of the table, and it fell out. Fell to the ground. Clattered.
Dave, I would like an apology for the statement you just made.
Oh, so shout out to Jelly Boy. He just said hello.
Zach,
Hi, Jelly Boy.
you're not getting one.
As a majority stakeholder of this household,
I love you, Zach.
I'd like to ask for Dave not to be to return to this household anymore.
You are tempting me with a good time at this point.
Come at me, Dave.
I will come on you.
Gross.
That's a good time right there.
Really earning that.
Come on.
Don't leave him hanging. Oh, that was even crisp, too.
Dave
Ooh.
and I have the best fucking high five.
Clapping hands, clapping cheeks over there. There it is.
Even if we're clapping our own.
Give me a pearl necklace, Dave.
You can give yourself one.
God damn. Holy shit. All right, just moving on from this.
What the fuck is this podcast?
What?
This is
You
weird.
guys keep inviting me back, and I keep making the mistake of accepting said invite.
We
Well,
picked
we
up.
just fed you and gave you alcohol for free.
I could do that to my damn self, okay?
What, with your fucking Sunbeam microwave and your little toaster oven?
Bro, I have a full-size Whirlpool microwave, mind you. 1,200 watts.
Whoa!
How many watts is your shit box?
I don't know. I'm just gonna use a stove like a real man.
Oh, hey, I got a 2-burner Coleman. What up?
I mean, I think the
I also have an induction cooktop.
I think the microwave is like
I
1100.
don't fucking know. I've never used it.
I don't know. It just sits up there on top of the thing. It's just really there occasionally when I just want popcorn.
I will say, if we don't own a toaster, though,
I have a toaster, and I have a toaster oven.
we have an oven but no toaster.
We have a toaster oven, and let me tell you, a toaster oven's fucking bullshit. It doesn't do anything particularly well.
the best is we fucking.
Here's the thing.
I'll come in. Mike is like sitting there trying to flip the fucking toast to get it perfect in there.
Toaster ovens are great for one thing, and that is frozen pizzas.
No.
Personal
Yes,
pan pizzas.
The square ones, yes, and I will make an argument for tendies.
Chicky tendies, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
chicky
That's
tendies,
fine.
I mean,
That's fine.
I will
That's fine,
also-
because they're always better toasted
I will.
than they are microwaved.
I will also
They're
say
crispy.
mini bagel pizzas.
Yes.
Uh,
Let's say pizza and a majority of its variants
anything
are
you're gonna,
toaster oven friendly.
Man, if I was not gonna go to the RSL match this weekend, I would be making my own French bread pizza.
Ooh.
Really, just leaning into this bowl is too small thing.
Why don't you just do it Thursday night, bud?
Hey, Mike, we'll see.
We might. Little nerding for beginners pre-roll action.
Guess I know what I'm doing.
We'll see what I'll be cooking this weekend.
Oh,
Because
Twitch Thursday. We're making pizza.
fuck Borderlands.
Streaming that shit on fucking Twitch.
Fuck, I gotta sign up for Extra Life. They keep sending me emails.
Yeah, you probably should do that.
Anyway.
but my dinner choice will be an indication of how my Wednesday goes for this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
So if it's ibuprofen and Everclear, we already know that you didn't get it.
Wow.
No, it's going to be banana bread and the pasta we just had with twice as much cheese.
Oh, man. Zach lived that.
Holy shit.
Dude, last night I went downstairs and fell asleep. I had to wake myself up to go to bed.
Oh, dude. Yeah, we've all been there.
Oh, God, no, the pasta though. But no,
Oh, yeah, no.
pasta.
Oh, the fucking pasta. No, I'm going to write down a couple of lighter pasta options for you.
Yes, we need to discuss this later.
Yes. Anyway.
And this time I will not need to be accosting your door at midnight for equipment.
So, what's going to happen on Wednesday is I'm not coming home. So,
Stay at my spot at school.
I'm going to go hang out with the parents.
You should do that too.
Going to go hang out with the parents. Going to make Dad watch wrestling with me and Mom.
Boy.
Yeah.
You know, Joey has sent me like a decade's worth of wrestling to watch, and I haven't watched any of it yet. I've been too busy.
Dude, just Tuesday or Wednesdays and Fridays, AEW on TBS and TNT.
I don't have either of those channels. I don't even have a TV.
I'll get you cable login. that way you can watch. But hey, it's all about Danhausen. Very nice. Very evil. Just getting out there cursing people.
I love it.
Yep.
Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm just going straight over to my parents' house.
Oh, well, I guess I'll have the whole night, the house to my, yeah.
I mean, at some point I'm going to have to come home because I do have to wake up at 5 to get ready for work.
Well, I'm hoping at that point the party will have moved to the basement.
Okay. I'll just come in stomping.
Alexa, it's sexy time.
If you hear 2 episodes of Simpsons playing at the same time, you know I got one playing in the bedroom, one playing in the...
Attaboy! A man after my own heart.
Alexa, turn lights to purple.
Alexa, play Foghat.
Oh, on the same page with that one.
Yeah, that week. I keep telling people that's my favorite thing to do. Just go down into your basement, tell Alexa to turn the lights to purple, and play Foghat.
I need more lights. You know the worst is, like if I go and pee in the middle of the night, as I tend to do, I'm becoming an old man. I should make that clear.
Yeah, I'm the man who has a history of prostate cancer in his family, and I've gotten a lot of fingers up my ass by a medical professional, and I do not get up in the middle of the night.
Were you ready for that sentence? Because I wasn't.
I saw it coming.
I didn't see that. That would blindside me.
I 110% saw that coming.
Yeah. Realistically, of all the panelists who have been on this thing, Dave, Trent, Pizza Dad.
Yep.
They know that one's coming.
Yeah.
You, Gavin, I will catch you mouth open, eyes wide open.
And in 10 years, you're going to remember this when you're getting a finger up your ass checking for prostate cancer. You're going to be like, those motherfuckers.
Well,
know.
actually, so if he doesn't have like the family history like I do, you can wait a little while.
But should
they have?
I mean, listen. Earlier is when it comes to stuff like that, when it comes to something that could kill you, the earlier the better.
Exactly.
You know,
my dad's side of the family. Well, my mom's side of the family is already all dead from either suicide, mobs, or cancer. And everybody that's died on my dad's side of the family has been dementia or cancer. So
interesting mix on mom's side there.
They're all from Chicago.
Okay, I get it.
It tracks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey.
Orland Park, specifically.
Okay, so I was talking about lights.
Fucking wolf.
Before this devolved. Lights.
Yeah.
So the worst is, like, I will wake up and it's like, I'll wake up, go pee, turn the light on, turn it back off, but I'll turn it off. So I wake up in the morning, oh yeah, Google, turn on lights. That's how I wake myself up because it's my alarm clock.
Yeah.
And then all lights in the hallway will turn on, all the ones in the den will turn on, all the ones in the closet will turn on, but they won't turn on
the lights in your room that you turned off.
Yes.
Attaboy.
Funny how that works.
Yeah.
You really should just forget there's a switch.
So
you should just wire the shit together and put a cap over it.
We'll get Brandon over here.
Yeah.
Well, the worst though is the fucking. So if you say, okay, Google, turn off all lights, it will just do it. But let's say a light's disconnected or you've turned it off. So it's 11:45 at night and you're about ready to fall asleep and you're dozing out and you go, okay, Google, turn off all lights. Sorry, 2 lights could not be reached. Please try again.
Wow.
It's really fucking annoying because normally it just goes ding and I'll turn off. That's it.
We're sorry. The number you have called cannot be completed as dialed. Please hang up and try again.
We're sorry. The command you want, lights, cannot be activated.
Now, can we end this?
First, I want to say that apparently in June is when you'll be able to buy the new Z. Because a Nissan dealership employee leaked a slide from a presentation showing kind of the timeline of events for the Z. So
it's always a fucking dealership employee.
It always is, but that's, I mean...
Put on his fucking Snapchat.
That's always how it is. I mean, you know... Well, I mean, shout out to them. They're the ones doing... It's either them or, like, the factory dudes.
Yeah, you're right.
Because,
No,
I mean...
no. I notice it's more of the shipping guys.
Oh, yeah. It's always somebody in, like... It's never, like, a higher-up. It's always some dude who's working for an hourly wage. It's not somebody salaried.
Yeah, it's a fucking lackey doing this. Always.
It's literally
Always.
one of us in this room. It's one of us in the chat. Shout out to you.
Salary.
Right?
Oh yeah, you are sour.
Right, you know, like the new Mark V Supra. It was some detailed fucking lackey doing a PDI, like new Supra.
Yeah, I mean, it was like shipping dudes sending photos of like the baby Bronco and the full size Bronco.
Right.
Just like, yeah, this thing's about to leave. Here you go.
That's always in that cage.
Yep, always in the cage. So
It's that truck driver, new load, who dis? Fucking sitting in a new Bronco.
saw, dude.
Bronco Raptors saw.
Saw, dude. So production for the Z is going to get into full swing this month, as you hear this as a podcast. Next month, if you're watching, because we're recording the last day
Just
of the
say
shortest month.
March.
Get the fuck out.
I'm going to say it how I want to, Zach.
And I'm going to correct you the way I want to.
I'm a grown-ass man.
And so am I. Your arguments are invalid to me.
No, you're not. You're not a grown-ass man.
I'm of legal age for almost everything.
Have you experienced the gentle touch of a woman?
Not for a while. Actually, no, it was fucking November.
Have you put your dick in one?
We didn't need to go there.
Grown-ass man. Big-ass boy. Dave.
Thursday! I'm gonna text you on Wednesday and be like, I'm a grown-ass man, Mike! I'm a grown-ass man!
I want that so fucking bad. Because we're going to take that flat fucking champagne that Christina left here. It's going to be wild.
Mike,
This just reminded me of that bit by Jeff Fox. What was it? Jeff Foxworthy? Maybe. No, I don't think it was Jeff Foxworthy. I don't remember. One of these comedians, country comedians, right? Talking about how he wanted to be a cowboy. So he bought the glove.
Oh,
right?
God. Yeah.
Right? And he got bucked off a bull, right? Mm-hmm. And he was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then the guy that's training him is like, don't you want to be a cowboy? I want to hear you say it. And he says, I want to be a cowboy. He's like, no. And you say it like a cowboy. Do you want to be a cowboy, son? I want to be a cowboy. That is Zach.
There it is.
I'm gonna go steal us a giant Gatorade cooler, and I'll prep it for you. And then after the deed is done, I want you to come down and just pour it on me.
Can I get Dave over?
Yes.
Because dumping one of those Gatorade coolers is a two-man job.
Give me 10 minutes head notice. I will be here.
I mean, I'm gonna be
10 might be a little much for me.
I'm going to be coming from Mill Creek, so...
I might be able to do
Pick
5.
me up on your way through.
Will do. Will do.
God. What the fuck is wrong with me and my friends?
What's the... Yeah, I was about to say, what the fuck is wrong with us? But...
I'm gonna look back, because like, I'm gonna like show my family this shit, and this episode will come through.
Yeah, man, a lot of your, like, formative years have happened on this, in front of a microphone.
God, this is my blog.
This is wild.
This is my life capture.
I know. That's wild. That's deep. This is...
If I die young, I want you guys to play this at my funeral.
I would like to apologize in advance, Zach.
Will do. Zach, I will honor your memory the best way possible. Back to the Z. So, production starts in March. Journalists are going to be driving them in April. And then, for some odd reason, the marketing campaign gets going in August. But you'll be able to buy it a couple months before that. But whatever.
If I die young,
There we
bury
go.
me in something.
Yeah.
Lay me down in a bed of roses. Slip me into the river at dawn.
God. I just want to sell out my funeral. Anyway, folks, thank you for joining us on this episode of the Camcast, the reboot. I'm sorry, Dave. But you knew what was going to happen.
I knew exactly what
You
was going to
predicted
Doing
happen.
this for how many fucking years?
You predicted this. Even when you were on your get your shit together quest, as I like to put it, when people asked where Dave was.
I'm on my get my shit together quest.
That's exactly what I told people. They're just like, well, where's Dave? I'm like, he's on a get his shit together quest.
It's a spiritual journey.
Here's the thing, my shit's still not together. I just don't have anything better to do on Monday night.
I keep saying as soon as I get like 5% of my shit together, watch out. Fucking
We
hell.
keep hovering around 3.
Oh, we're getting...
2.2 for me.
I've pushed 4 a few times. And that's one of those, it's like...
That's where that motivation really starts tickling your balls.
Yeah, that's one of those,
Man.
that's one of those, it's not like I've had to push, but it's not like I've had to push beyond my limit or just like do 10 tenths. It's just like, yeah, I'm going like beyond my comfort zone, but not to my max. I know there's
it's a
more.
good clip.
Exactly.
I've
Good
been
clip.
over 5 a couple times,
Oh,
but now I look back and I'm just like, God, that was too much work.
really was.
'Cause I think for me, it was like those prime Ryan days. Like when I had the shop there.
They say variety is the spice of life, and you know how you get variety?
How?
Burning bridges.
Chaos.
I think we said the same thing there, Dave.
Pretty well.
Much.
Yeah.
All right.
On that note,
Thank you for joining us, folks. We will be back in a couple of weeks for yet another episode of the Camcast.
It's an episode of something. I'm
re-
just probably not going to sit here and do anything. I'm just going to listen to you fucks yell at each other.
Should I bring my Switch down so you can play that?
You might want to.
I think I will.
Yeah.
and can we cast it to the TV so we can just like flip back to it every so often to see how he's doing?
Can't do that with a Switch Lite.
Okay.
That's a problem.
Does it not have HDMI out?
No. So, okay, quick side note. So a Switch Lite and a Switch, like, a lot of the stuff inside is a lot the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they literally pulled it off the board on the Switch Lite and just, like, capped it. So
It's just not there. It's an empty solder pad.
exactly.
Got it.
And it will not fit in the Switch Lite because of how it caves in and it's super thin. So you'd have to, like, basically make a custom back piece, which at that point, why are you doing this? So, Anyway, thank you for joining us, folks. We will be back in a couple of weeks. You'll be able to listen to this audio format. Hey, about an hour and a half, just like I wanted us to do. Good job, us.
Fuck you.
Jesus. That's uncalled for.
Uncouth.
Follow
When
us on...
I die, please, for the love of God.
Bury you in the sand. Lay me down in the bed of roses.
Bury me in all my favorite colors.
Dave will never talk to me after this ever again.
Dave's going to have conversations with you on this podcast through me. And I'm not sure how well that's going to
Will you
happen.
tell Zach?
I will be hurling whiskey bottles at the both of you. Gene and Tracy are going to get real pissed.
No, they love it.
Will they love it if a Jack Daniels bottle comes through the wall?
That's actually their liquor room.
Are they going to appreciate?
So they won't know.
Are they going to appreciate when a half-empty Jack Daniels knocks off a bunch of shit on their liquor wall?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't mean to project onto them, but I'd be fucking pissed. We're going to end this. So
Snort my ashes, swallow the snot, shit me as a brick.
On a bed of roses.
thank you for joining us.
You
We
know
will
that was funny. You know that was funny.
subscribe to this podcast wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon. We are still out there too. Like, rate, review, subscribe. It's super easy to give us a 5-star review wherever it is, unless you're Evil Trent. But he's an awful person, so fuck him sideways.
I've never met him, and I'm very happy about that. 'Cause I think I would say things.
He was one of the few people I wanted to punch in the face, and it would have been on your behalf. Because he was one of those dudes who kept calling you a fake enthusiast. And it's just like, what the fuck?
If anybody's got more passion than TNT, it's this man.
TNT was also the dude who was just like, hey, design me a livery for free because I'm going to run NASA this year. And I
then never
might
did.
go. And I might go to Nationals. Assuming I qualify for it.
I'll go to Nationals in a fucking Taurus before that guy does in a 350Z.
I don't think he's even fucking driving anymore.
Good.
Whatever.
Take care of your shitty kid.
I mean, yeah, go be a good parent. Go make a face turn, dude. Instead of being a fucking heel. Yep. Follow us on all the social medias. We're at camautomag on the lot of them. Check out camautomag.com. I am putting up more content. It's a lot of drift stuff from the last Drift event, not this last one, but the one from last year.
The last event.
Yeah,
Should I
from
add him
last
as a
year.
friend?
Don't.
He and I are still friends on Facebook. I just haven't posted since July.
I think I unfriended him.
Nice.
Same thing.
Friends with Chirp still.
As you should be.
He is.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, of course I'm friends with Chirp still.
I was about to say. Well, I didn't catch that. All I just heard was friends with Chirp still.
No.
So, and yeah, as soon as I get it figured out, subscribe to the Camcast Interviews, which is my solo podcast where I talk to somebody for hour and a half. There is an episode up with Pumpkin if you go to the Libsyn page. I'll post a link in the show notes so you can go check it out. Me and Pumpkin got into some stuff. Talked a lot about mental health. Pumpkin actually wants to come on here and just kind of...
That absolutely needs to happen.
Yeah.
I need to hug that glorious bastard.
Right? We need to give him a hug.
Yes.
So
I love Pumpkin's
he's
hugs.
fucking great. And then subscribe to Zach's Ambitious podcast, which there will be an episode.
Zap.
Yep, there will be an episode live on its own thing.
At some point.
As soon as I just gotta text him my email address, and he'll send all that shit to me. So
Also, Babish's fork is not showing up because I forgot my credit card. My debit card is... Oh, actually, let's put on my credit card.
oh, there you go. Anyway, so
I get points for it.
yeah, that will all be there. I mean, Zach's Ambitious podcast is really all of the wackiness of the second shows that we used to do, but just kind of once a month, distilled, highly concentrated. It's like doing dabs. It'll fuck you up if you don't know what's coming. So,
That's this podcast in general.
no, this podcast is just like, oh yeah, no, I smoke a lot, but it's just like the fucking dirt weed you get from like your buddy, and then you go to an actual dispensary where you can just buy it recreationally, and you're just like, I got this, and then you're just taking like fucking 70s hits off that pre-roll.
This weed has a barcode. Whoa.
Yeah. This weed's name is both very threatening and very comforting. I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Humboldt County Sticky Icky.
Humboldt County Punisher. I'm not quite sure, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And you burn it down, and then suddenly,
I feel like getting punched in the mouth by something that tastes like burning lawn.
yeah. And then before you know it, you're freaking out in your bedroom because you don't know what to do. You had the wherewithal to go back home.
Right?
Yep.
You're sitting there in your boxers in a cold sweat wondering how many mushrooms you have to eat before you cross that line of toxicity.
Yep.
Yeah. About that. Not saying I have any experience in that.
No, none at all.
Nah.
Nobody in this room. No.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Nope. So,
Food poisoning is wild, let me tell you.
really is, man. There's a good Burger King and there's a bad Burger King. Know the difference. So check out Zach's Ambitious podcast when I get that thing back up and running. I might be able to just force it to like Amazon Music.
That's an option.
I mean, it's not a terrible option because
It's an option.
Amazon Music it's a free thing you can just do. So
It's cool.
I mean, it's a way to get it out there. So I'll be posting updates on the Cam Facebook and Instagram, maybe Twitter. I don't know. I keep saying I'm going to get on there and get spicy during a race weekend, but then I totally forget about racing.
It's been over a decade since I've been on Twitter.
You're not missing much.
I didn't think I was.
It's one of those. It is mostly a hellscape, but then you see somebody admitting to fucking tax fraud.
I see that all the time on Reddit. It's kind of commonplace.
Yeah, except this is a dude admitting to tax fraud because his charitable organization funded a college to hire an offensive coordinator for the football team who used to be head coach at a kind of prestigious school, except his players were raping a lot of people, and he knew, but he turned a blind eye. So, if and when some of you wind up in hell, say hi to Art Briles for me.
Yikes.
That's, listen, can't promise everybody's making it upstairs.
And on that bombshell.
And on that bombshell, thank you for joining us. We'll be back in another couple of weeks. Check this thing out wherever you get your podcasts, interviews, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. camautomag.com. Giving you the salute. That is Dave. I yelled at him, and he yelled back because he's a grown-ass man.
Fuck you.
Hopefully, officially on Thursday, I can call him a grown-ass man, welcome him to the club. Get him satin jacket with silver piping. That's Zach. And I've been Mike.
What's your favorite flavor of bourbon?
What size jacket do you wear? Extra large, tall?
We are definitely going to have to go to the men's warehouse for that.
Good night, everybody.
You're going to like the way I look, I guarantee it.
And hair plugs.